When I say tool maker, I'm thinking screwdriver, hammer, spanner, but apparently not. As Puseletso Mmutle is about to explain to us, it has nothing to do with the above. Puseletso, thank you very much for your time here. So when you specialize in the making of airplane parts, thanks for joining us. Now, a lot of people would not know exactly what it is or understand exactly what it is to say you're a tool maker. How best can you explain it?
Tool making. Good evening, everyone. Good morning. Sorry.
No problem.
So tool making, I would best describe it as it is actually the manufacturing of tools that make parts. For instance, your car. So your car is made from a tool, which is then it's made in we call it a progressive die. So it is made from a tool that it bends the door. You see the door is it's a little bent, so it's from a flat sheet of metal, so it bends a little, and there's the piercing and there's the blanking and there's all that. So it goes from all those processes. So all that has to be made, it comes from a tool that we make. So that's what tool makers are. Or you have a simple thing like your plastic bottle where you drink water. We make a tool that makes the plastic bottle. So that's exactly what tool making is.
So people must watch this space. You might become the new Danelle, you and your friends and colleagues. But just explain to me what attracted you to tool making.
Well, I've always been very interested in the manufacturing side. I've always been a person that was always interested in making things by myself, by my own hand. I've always been a creative. Always following my dad around every time when he has to do things and fix things. I was always interested. But I did not know that I was actually going to be in the tooling industry. Where somebody at school in one of the career days, they came and they told us about the program, and I was very interested in it, and I joined the program, the PTSA program.
Oh, speaking of PTSA program, exactly what is entailed in the training?
Well, the training has I could put it in 3 categories. We have theory, we have practicals, and we have on-job training. So your theory would be, we had your manufacturing economics, we had your basic maths and science that we did, your English, we had your metal pressing. So that's the things that we do in class before you actually get to know what you do in the workshop. So the following step after that is your workshop, which is where they take us to the workshop and you do basic little projects that they give us at school, and you have to pass them. In all this, in the 4 years time or 3.5 years that you were there, you will now go into companies, which is then your practical. That's where you're going to be doing your practicals. So your practical training on the job, we call it on-job training, OJT. So that's the type of experience we have where you go to the company and you get to do actual work. So when you exit the PTSA program, you already have enough skills, which is mostly what we lack lately. When we finish school, we don't have skills. So when you're in the program and while you're still learning, you get on-job training.
All right. So, of course, there's some careers that women are not even told about, especially with tool making. I think you're the first woman I'm meeting who says that they are a tool maker. So would you encourage more women to, get into tool making and explore the industry?
Yes, definitely I would. It's just so sad that, we have been stereotyped in a certain way as women, that we must think in a certain way, we must act a certain way, we must work in a certain way. But the tooling industry actually can be for women, not all women want to be, office bound. Some women like me, we like working with our hands. We're very creative and we're very technical. So I would encourage women that really are interested in that to join the PTSA program and actually be able to be tool makers.
I'd like to visit you one day, and I'll take you up on that, just to film you doing some of your work, because be showing some of the viewers some of the pictures that you sent to us of you working. And I'd like you to invite me there one day so I can take visuals of exactly what it looks like to be a tool maker. But just lastly, what is next? What is the next step, rather, in your career?
I have always, with some financial challenges, I've always wanted to be an industrial engineer. I've always wanted to work towards that. So I really want to work within the tooling industry and grow in it so that I can be able to tell people from a point of experience. You know, sometimes it's so difficult having, people in managerial positions and they don't understand the basics of what actually they're talking about, but to actually grow in the industry and work more in it so that I can actually gain more interest, experience, I meant to say, so I can have more experience in it, so I can be a great industrial engineer. And also grow in me being a lecturer, so take more classes and yes, grow in that.
Well, congratulations, Puseletso, and all the best to you. You actually remind me of something that the President Cyril Ramaphosa said on Tuesday during the national event celebrating women, where he said that there is no shortage of role models for women in South Africa, and you're sure one of those. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Puseletso Mmutle, she is a person who specializes in making aeroplane parts.